Hello everyone. Lately I've been hearing, please do a diagnosis story. Well, today is the day. I'm going to tell you about how I was diagnosed. So where am I going to start with the story? Well, I'm going to start a week before I was actually diagnosed. I was still at school and for some strange reason I was not feeling really well, and I asked my mother, does she think I am a diabetic? And she's like, no, why? Nah, no, you're not. And I just swept it under the rug and forgot about it. A week later, it was our 40 days. And 40 days is basically your last 40 days at school. Your final 40 days. Yeah! Well, if you're not going to college, that is. So I was in my senior year. We call it matric. And we have like this massive party where you have to take the day off school and you party and you eat and you just go crazy. Like everyone else, I ate everything in sight. Sweet, cake, you name it. I ate it. And that afternoon, I was just not feeling well, so I told everyone, sorry peoples, I'm going home. And like, no, you can't. You need to go to the after party, man. We're going to party. And yeah, I said, no, thank you. I'm going home. So I got home, got onto bed, told my mother, wake me up later, I'm going to sleep. And I slept until around midnight, and I woke up and I couldn't breathe. I struggled to breathe. I couldn't even get out of bed to put on my shoes to go to hospital. So my mother phoned my brother. He came to pick me up. Yeah, and I wasn't the lightest guy on earth. I was... Imagine a beach ball, somebody carrying a massive beach ball. That was me. I was round. So my brother carried me out, put me in the car and rushed me to hospital. And now I got to hospital, and just imagine this, you're in hospital, you struggle to breathe, you're not in the happiest of moods, and you get a nurse that's not really nice at all. And now the doctor comes. They do a variety of tests to see what can be wrong. Maybe I've got the flu or something, and nothing. So the last thing he said, let's test if he's a diabetic. So they tested, and the machine said error. Yeah, they couldn't really test my sugar. So they took some more blood. And this time it was a bit more painful because they take it from your pulse. So they stick needles in there, take blood, send it to the labs, and my sugar was really high. It was 37.9. There's the numbers. And this is all I remember. Everything I remember after this is blank. There's nothing. I just remember he said, get insulin now. And that's it. So now is the conundrum. I have to be in hospital now. But we didn't have a medical aid at that time. And that means I had to go to a state hospital. And if you want to know why that's a bad idea, you can watch this video. There's a little link. Click, click. And now we are worried. I have to go to a state hospital. But luckily, my sister was a nurse and she worked at that hospital. So she went to speak to the people high up, that runs the hospital. And they agreed for me to stay in that private hospital for really cheap. Something that I could afford. So while I was in hospital, they gave me 5 bags of insulin. 5. I had 5 drips. 2 was in my pulse, 2 was in the other pulse, and then a normal bag of insulin in my arm. Why I had all those drips, I have no clue. But the next morning I wake up. Now, when your sugar's high, you're really cranky, you're not feeling well, and now the doctor comes and has to explain to you, you're diabetic, and this is what you should do. Yeah, I don't really want to listen to you, I'm not feeling well. But anyway, you suck it up and the doctor explains everything. And the hard news hits you right away. You're diabetic. Your lifestyle has to change. Now you're here, you have to take insulin. You have to inject yourself. And that was a little problem because I don't really like needles at all. So now I have to learn how to give an injection. They bring this like little pillow, it's like a little blue pillow, then you poke it with a needle just to get that feeling of how to put the needle in. And the pillow and me, that's kind of different. The pillow I can poke as much as I want to, but getting it into myself, that's hard. I struggled for a month with that. Normally my mother used to give me my injections, and you quickly learn how to give it to yourself once your mother nearly breaks the needle off in your arm. That is really painful. Don't try it. Just take my word for it. Warning, don't do it.